What's up, YouTube? This Star Wolf. Look, I want to speak about the war that's going on, Russia attacking Ukraine. Now, the thing I wanted to speak about is how will this affect U.S.? How will this affect the people that's residing in America? Now, first and foremost, I want y'all to know this. 40 soldiers and 10 civilians have been killed since Russia invaded Ukraine, since they started shooting missiles and bombs and airstrikes. So right now, this looks like it's gonna get ugly, and I've been following this since it happened. You know, this is not like some type of trend to me where I see everybody on IG posting about it because Russia has invaded. This is something I keep up with on a daily, and something that was brought to my attention was, how is this going to directly affect the U.S. people? Now, what you must understand is this. Russia is a major producer of oil and natural gas. So with that being said, Russia has already said that if America attempts to even get off into this war, because they have no type of standing, it's not even their business, that they're going to pull back all major resources. And by them attacking the Ukraine, that's going to affect America too, because Ukraine does business with America, as America gave Ukraine billions and billions upon dollars like 7-8 years ago. Anyway, like I said, Russia is a major producer of oil and natural gas, which that's going to shoot up the prices of gas, which is already high anyway. People can't really pay these gas prices. You're being forced to pay these outrageous gas prices. And now the gas is going to be shot up. So that's going to cripple many people in America. That's going to cripple them, and that's going to have a major effect upon many people. And not to mention that Russia is one of the world's largest wheat exporters and food suppliers to Europe. So as you can see, in these past months, the truckers that's responsible for driving food and other commodities around the United States and getting foods to the grocery stores, they've been on strike. They've been stopping them at the borders, the Canada borders. If you go into grocery stores, food is scarce. There's no food in there. It's food, but you know, you look on the aisles and it's like, it's 2 and 3 of this, 2 and 3 of that. And you ask the people who work inside the grocery stores, well, can you do you have some more of this? Do you have some more of that? And they like, well, we don't know when we're going to get this again, or we don't know when we're going to get a shipment in of that. And this is going to affect everybody. This is going to affect us dramatically, because the American people, the American citizens, is not ready for war on this type of level. American citizens have never had to experience this type of war on this type of level, because America has never been invaded like these other countries where houses is being bombed and people have to flee the country in massive droves. And America has never had to experience anything like that. The American people really are spoiled. So this is going to affect everybody dramatically. And we're dealing with a president who doesn't have the capacity or the ability to think correctly. When you talk about someone as far as being a puppet, he's not even a puppet. Because a puppet, you pull the strings and you know the puppet does what you want it to do. I don't know the proper word to even use to to describe President Biden. He's beyond being a puppet. He's just, I mean, he's lifeless, you know, in all areas. He lacks intelligence. He lacks common sense. And like I said, he lacks the ability to even think correctly, to even move forwardly in a proper manner. Like, why would they even pick a puppet such as him anyway? But anyway, that's another story. Now, what you must understand is the United States imports little directly from Russia. But a commodities crunch caused by a conflict could have knock-on effects that at least will drive up prices for a lot of the raw materials and finished goods, which much of the world, including America, that's experiencing rapid inflation. We're experiencing inflation in all areas. And, you know, I just want to take this time out to, you know, you could take this time out with me to say a prayer, say a silent prayer, give your thoughts, you know, to the universe, send positive vibes and energy into the air for everybody, you know, that's in Ukraine, Russia, because the little kids and the moms, they being forced from homes. And believe me, there will be a lot of blood that's shed, And America, like I said, America is always at the forefront of everybody's problems instead of their own problems. You have problems right here in America that you need to fix first, especially with the black man and the black woman and the black child. You've spent millions and millions upon billions, all the way up to trillions of dollars on war. War is destructive. You spent that much money on war instead of paying reparations. That's something to think about as well. As well. So, you know, the American consumers we're gonna have to eventually cut back on spending, because there's gonna be some type of financial crisis in these coming days, maybe in the coming weeks or months. But I can tell you there's gonna be some type of financial crisis, some type of financial crunch. As I once said, the oil prices is gonna shoot up, which they're already up. The gas is gonna go up. The food prices is gonna go up. If Russia destroys Ukraine, then, you know, a lot of the technology, a lot of the IT technology, that is going to affect America tremendously. Not to mention, you have people that's sitting back and looking at America, such as I'm speaking on China. I'm speaking on the whole entire Asian countries. They're not going to deal with us at all. This is crazy, you know. This is crazy, and explosions is being heard all over Ukraine, all over in the Ukraine countries. If you're not paying attention, you're not following this, I suggest that you follow this. I suggest that you get on the internet or follow CNN or some type of news outlet. You know, I know that these news outlets could be liars. I know that they can show you false videos, false pictures and everything. But believe me, there's you know, to manipulate people, you have to have some type of truth mixed with the lie. So anyway, you need to follow this to some type of degree, so you could be abreast on what's going on, you know, because it's going to affect you. Whether you like it or not, whether you know it or not, is going to affect you, especially residing in America, in a country that's been spoiled for so many years, that's going to fall. Babylon will fall one day, and you could believe that. And the Federal Reserve is planning to raise interest rates in March, if you didn't know. And March is next month, and it's coming up on us quickly. So it's like, that's going to affect people who needs loans. You need loans for, how the housing market. The housing market is the prices is going up. Inflation. Get familiar with that word, inflation. Central bankers noted in minutes from their most recent meeting that the geopolitical risk could cause increase in global energy prices and global supply shortages. And that's gonna happen too. That's gonna happen too. This is gonna affect the American economy. It's gonna affect us tremendously. So this is something we have to pay attention to. This is something we have to look out for and be ready. Biden, he's condemning Russia. He said that Russia was unprovoked and unjusted in their attacks on the Ukraine. They sent 3,000 U.S. troops closer to Ukraine. I don't know if they sent them close or if they actually sent them in Ukraine. But it really doesn't matter, because they deployed the troops, which that's going to affect American people and American families. This is all wicked. This is all wicked. And you have to ask yourself, okay, now what is this war being fought for? Because every war is being fought for some type of control. Control over what? They already have control over the people. They controlling the minds. So they already doing that. Duality. That's something I get into in later videos. But anyway, what are they controlling? Drugs? The food trade? The commodities being shipped? The technology? Vietnam was fought over the opium. Afghanistan was fought over the opium. Heroin. Oil. So what is this one being fought over? Anyway, I'm Starwolf. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and that like button. Make sure you share my videos on all social media platforms. And I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments. Peace.